What a disaster this whole light bulb thing has been. First, they come up with these little curly Q light bulbs that don't last as long as they promise they'll last, don't throw out a light very many people like, and, oh my God, they're all full of mercury. But they're banning the ordinary light bulb we all knew and loved since Edison invented the thing. And so, Paige, now in Ontario, the simple instructions of disposing of one of these bulbs would look like what?
How many bureaucrats does it take to screw in a light bulb? Or how many people will it take to throw out a light bulb? Well, these are the 5 pages provided to you. This is by the federal government, just so we're clear, not the Ontario government. But this is the information on what these light bulbs are. Yep. These fluorescent bulbs, and how you throw them out. This is a lot of information. I mean, it's 5 full pages. I printed it directly from the federal government's website, and it talks a lot about how dangerous these light bulbs are. And you know, now it's come out that they're full of mercury. And
yeah, but we knew that.
We knew it, but
you know what? It has the symbol for mercury, Hg, right on the bulb.
Right. And you know what's interesting is that when these came out, they're full of mercury, and you'd think that there'd be some concerns about using them in your household, because if you, let's say, break one of the bulbs on your carpet, I just read these instructions and it actually says that you have to get rid of your carpet immediately. You can keep it outside for a really long time and hope that it goes away, but if you're ever going to vacuum that carpet again, the room needs to be sealed off with the windows open. It's pretty intense. But now, see, what has got the Ontario government sparked yet another ban after we saw those original light bulbs banned, is the fact that actually throwing out these light bulbs into a garbage dump has the risk of contaminating groundwater because of the leaking of mercury from the bulbs.
This drives me crazy, because if you and I had come up with some sort of invention that would be used in the house, a household product that needed 5 pages of cleanup because it had mercury in it, they would never approve us to sell that product. But because green blinds so many politicians, they went ahead with it anyway.
Right, that's exactly.
And now they just got another fiasco to follow up a fiasco. Well, it's like the old lady who swallowed a fly. Then they got to send more and more stuff down there.
Yeah, it's ban after ban, right? And it all is in the name of being green, in the name of environmentalism. The first one was the federal government when they banned the normal light bulbs because these fluorescent light bulbs were more energy efficient. Now it's the Ontario government contemplating banning the fluorescent light bulbs from the garbage dumps because turns out those environmentally friendly bulbs actually are terrible for the environment. They could cause catastrophic damage to our groundwater, and they really aren't mentioning the fact that they could also cause a lot of damage in your own home. And of course, there are other issues in that they're expensive, and that really now what this is effectively going to do is just price these bulbs out of the market probably, and make LED bulbs the only option.
Okay, while you were talking, and I was looking at your 5 pages of instructions for getting rid of that stupid light bulb, I just drew up how to get rid of the old light bulb. Okay, here it is. This is my diagram that I just drew up. Do you see the light bulb? Do you see the garbage can? That's pretty much it. That's all it takes. And yet, this was deemed unacceptable. I liked the old light bulb.
Because they weren't as energy efficient, they didn't last as long. So that was the trendy thing at the time, the environmentally friendly thing at the time.
I'm paying up the wazoo for the power anyway. I really don't care. Give me a choice, that's all I'm thinking.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't let the market determine it, right? I mean, if the fluorescent light bulbs are so much more energy efficient and they're better and they're going to last longer, then let people figure that out on their own. But instead, the federal government, the federal conservative government, banned those, and now the Ontario government, they knew that this ban was coming in, by the way, and they didn't do anything to prepare for garbage disposal, which even now the Ontario government has admitted is pretty darn complicated to dispose of these bulbs. So now they're scrambling to impose yet another ban, and I'm sure down the road that'll lead to yet another ban, and that's what happens with banning.
Now, do you think that when people break these things, and it's inevitable,
of course,
that they are following those instructions, or do you think they're just kind of sweeping up, run the vacuum cleaner a couple of times and turning on the TV?
I'm sure a lot of people are actually simply sweeping them up. If you aren't fully aware, the government hasn't put forward some kind of an information campaign or something like that, which in my opinion would be much more effective than a ban.
No, what I'm saying is even if people have seen all of that,
even if
I think people tend to think, whatever.
Absolutely. Well, this was, I had to research this and go onto the federal government website. That's more than the average person has time to do. It just happens to be part of my job today. But yeah, I mean, and you wouldn't think it because this is the government's endorsed light bulb. This is the green thing. This is what they're saying is awesome for you and for your house and for the environment. They don't say that if you break it on your carpet and then you let your baby crawl around, that your baby might get flippers or something. They're not going to tell you that.
Wow, that might get people's attention. Thanks very much.
Thanks.